Do you want to get real Twitter followers fast? No bots, no scam, no spammy tactics? Then stick around till the end of this conversation. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How you doing today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. Today I want to have a conversation with you about how to get real Twitter followers fast. Number one, and I want you to follow these tips. If you want to build up your audience and grow a community of engaged and valuable Twitter followers, follow the steps. Number one, tap into trending topics. You can see here on the screen here, we're showing you want to find keywords and hashtags that relate to your industry and audience, and you want to use them in your tweets to get noticed. So you go to Twitter Explorer, twitter.com Explorer/Explorer, and you're trying to see what's going on out there, what's really happening, what's creating buzz. You have to be where the game is played. You have to be in it to win it. So number one, tap into trending topics. Number two, create valuable content. It's very important. Quality of your content is key. So people choose to follow others based on the content they put out. So make sure your content is meaningful, unique, and adds value. So be sure to add a variety of visuals and videos to your tweets. Number three, optimize your profile for new followers. It's kind of important. Remember that up to 15% of tweets, according to research, are suspected to be bots. So brands need to do a lot of stuff to prove that they are human. So in addition to a diverse content strategy, there are a few things you can do. Make sure you have a clean profile photo. Use relevant tags, industry keywords, and local information. In short, your profile should be complete through describing what you do, your title, what companies you work with, and where you operate. You also have to put some kind of personality. You want to have a taste of personality. So give your followers a sense of who you are. Is always a plus. So let me just show you on the screen right now. We're showing you two great profiles, Marcus Brownlee and Ann Henley. So Ann Henley, you can see that the profiles here I'm showing you are clean. Those are clean profiles. They tell you what they do. They tell you where they're from. They tell you where they're located, and it's kind of clean. So people know this is a human being. These are human beings, all right? So the first three things you have to do, tap into trending topics. We're showing this to you on the screen right now. You want to create valuable content, and you want to optimize your profile for new followers. Number four, harness your hashtags. What does that mean? You want to think of hashtags as a way to make your post searchable, right? Almost as a form of SEO, search engine optimization, for your Twitter account. So you want to make sure that you tag on a couple of hashtags to any given tweets. This is a great way to increase the likelihood of new followers finding your account. Besides, doing so only takes a couple of seconds, and there are plenty of hashtags to choose from. All right, so for example, you can choose industry hashtags such as SEO or content marketing, which are ideal for your professional content. Number five, tweet consistently. Very important. Frequency is kind of key here, folks. It's important to have a regular cadence of content that your audience can count on and look forward to. So you want to create a content calendar you plan out your ideas. And having a content calendar is also cool because it allows you to put some kind of consistency, some kind of commitment, and some kind of what I would call pressure, like mild pressure, because you have committed already and your followers are expecting your tweets. So that kind of puts pressure on you, and it helps you also plan in advance. And that's the thing here. You don't have to tweet every day. I mean, we have a lot of people who tweet every day. We have even politicians who tweet all the time, but you don't have to be glued to your computer 24/7. You can use social media content marketing software to schedule your tweets. Number six, you want to engage with thought leaders in your community. You have to be very comfortable, and you have to be very shrewd and smart here, folks. You want to follow influential people in your field or interact with or retweet their posts to build connections. Because think about it, if you have a biggie, let's say you have a guru in your industry who sees that you're constantly retweeting his or her tweets, guess what? He or she might be doing the same. he or she might be returning the favor. So you have to engage with thought leaders in your community. You have to tweet consistently. You have to harness your hashtags. Next thing I want you to do is to promote your name everywhere. Your at name everywhere. So your at Twitter name everywhere. You want to add a follow button to your website, for example. That's kind of cool. You're going to include a link to your Twitter profile in your email signature, and you can promote it on offline collateral such as business cards. You want to also become great at tagging, retweeting, and replying. So getting more followers on Twitter doesn't have to be a time sink, right? It just means that you're making sure that you are returning the favor when somebody also is working with you. It just means making the most of the time you spend on the platform. So you can schedule tweets to optimize engagement, but at the same time, you don't want your Twitter account to look like it's completely run by bots. So you need to get in the trenches with your followers, customers, and industry leaders alike. I already spoke about that. So you want to regularly engage with other users via tagging, retweeting, and replying immediately, so that new followers are thinking, oh, you are a human, and you are able to get more eyes on your brand. So for starters, let's say you are replying to another brand's tweet to get their attention. Writing out a detailed, thoughtful response will score you more potential followers than a brief one-word reply. So always trying to put some thoughts around your responses. Number 9, tap into your existing customer base. So you want to upload your email contacts and let your customers know you are ready to have a conversation by following them on Twitter. So you can find followers within your network. And the great thing here is that if you're like most people, you're probably reluctant about uploading your contact list to any social network. However, syncing your contact list to Twitter can help you tap into your existing network of people most likely to follow you. And the great thing about Twitter or other social media, Facebook, YouTube, is that the followers, the potential followers, your contacts, they always have the ability. They have the opportunity to opt out. In other words, when Twitter sends them a link to follow you or a link to join you on Twitter, they have a chance to say no. So you never lose by trying. Okay? So promote your Twitter profile everywhere. Become expert at tagging, retweeting, and replying, and tap into your existing customer base. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. We're also having a conversation here around how to get real Twitter followers fast. I'm not talking about bots here, no scams, no spammy tactics. I'm talking about the real stuff. Number 10, run a followers campaign on Twitter. So this is an easy way to accelerate your follower growth. So follower campaigns promote your account on Twitter, and your ad will render just like you see on the platform. So make sure your Twitter bio and header image are compelling and up to date. Great thing about this is that you only pay for new followers who converted through your ad. So you're not charged. So Twitter will not charge you for clients who found and followed your. Twitter actually will not charge you for clients who found and followed your account organically, nor any other non-objective benefits. So that's a really low investment way. It's a low cost way to grow your followers on Twitter. Again, here we're talking about real people, real followers. 11. Whenever you are in doubt, tweet more often. Very important. You can increase the probability, you can increase the frequency of your tweet. Nobody's going to penalize you for this, because remember, versus the likes of Facebook or Instagram, Twitter requires a more aggressive content strategy. So the sweet spot, according to CoSchedule, is anywhere between 3 and 7 tweets per day to maximize engagement. Remember, it's all about having a short conversation. It has to be short, it has to be concise, it has to be relevant. Some brands tweet as often as 15 or 20 times per day. So context and competitive analysis are important here. You have to see what your rivals are doing. You have to see what kind of target audience you are targeting, what kind of target audience you're going after. You have to think about the best practices in your particular industry. For example, if you are in banking, for example, you're not going to tweet 15 or 20 times a day. But if you are in the garment industry, in the fashion industry, and the news industry, yes, frequency can help you here. You can even use social scheduling software so that you're able to regularly queue up content without having to constantly tweet in real time. You also want to funnel followers from beyond Twitter. So what you want to do is you want to drag your followers from other platforms, all right? And you're giving them a chance to opt in. So you can include a link to your social accounts on site next to your opt-in form. So there are tons of social button plugins out there via WordPress if you're interested in doing that. Next, you want to time your tweets to perfection. I was talking about earlier I was just giving you an idea of frequency, and I was just telling you to tweet consistently and tweet more often, but you have to time. So blasting your tweets while your target audience is sleeping will not help you gain new followers. That's as logical. It's very, very logical. So according to Sprout's own research on the best time to post on social media, brains typically see the most engagement during weekdays in the early and late afternoon. So we are showing here a picture on the screen courtesy of Sprout Social, and they're showing you in blue and dark blue the engagement. So you have there's a highest engagement around between 9 a.m. to, I would say, to 7 p.m. But it really depends on the day. So it goes from the lowest engagement to the highest engagement. You also want to post more visual content. Very important. So as you probably know, tweets containing visual content pieces receive more likes, shares, and retweets than those without them. As such, brands should strive to couple their tweets with some sort of accompanying image. Although there is nothing inherently wrong with solely text-based tweets, images are better poised to stop serial scrollers and encourage them to take a look at your post. You also want to cross-promote on all social media. So if you want to get real Twitter followers fast, you want to cross-promote your Twitter account on all social media. I'm talking here about Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Pinterest, TikTok. You also want to reach out to forums. You can also promote your Twitter account on your blog or other blogs. Please though, beware. You don't want to scam. You don't want to spam people. No spam. You're not trying to just post a link to your Twitter profile on all groups and all forums and all online discussion groups with online discussion boards with no relevance here. No, you want to be strategic. You want to make sure it makes sense, and you also always have to do things in a subtle way. All right. So here you have it, folks. If you want to get real Twitter followers fast, you want to cross promote on all social media, post more visual content. I'm doing a recap here, folks. You want to time your tweets to perfection. You want to funnel followers from beyond Twitter. You want to tweet more often. You want to run a followers campaign on Twitter. You want to tap into your existing customer base. You want to become expert at tagging, retweeting, and replying. Promote your name everywhere, your username everywhere. Engage with thought leaders in your community on the platform. You want to tweet consistently. You want to harness your hashtags. You want to optimize your profile for new followers. You want to create valuable content. And last but not the least, you want to tap into trending topics. I will see you next time, folks. Thank you so much for listening. And until next time, remember, stay marvelous.